Hi guys, Lucy aka the Watchbox Diaries here. Welcome to my channel. Now today, thanks to the very kind Hands and Cogs, I've managed to get hands-on with the Singapore limited edition Ophion Vélos in their salmon dial. Will this mid-sized dress watch from the independent brand be an under-the-radar gem, or will it miss the mark that they're trying to aim for? Let's find out. You may find yourself asking, Lucy, who are Ophion? Let me tell you. They were first established in 2015 in Madrid, and their name comes from Greek mythology. Ophion was the first titan, creating the universe and fathering all gods, including Kronos, the god of time. They liked the name and the idea of being the fathers of time so much that's what they named themselves. They set themselves the task of creating Haute Horology aesthetics, but at a much more affordable price range. They like to mix classic details with modern techniques and don't like to limit themselves to one particular style, choosing instead to take inspiration from history, from their surroundings, and from challenging concepts. Okay, enough history. Let's see if they were successful. So a quick roundup of the specifications. It comes in at 38.5mm for the bezel, full case size is 39mm. A lug-to-lug of 46.5 and a thickness of around about 10.45mm. It's a stainless steel case with a 20mm lug width and a water resistance of 50 meters. The one that I've managed to get my hands on is one of two variations, so obviously the salmon dial in guilloche, and there is also a red radial as well. Radial comes in at €3,340 and the guilloche is €3,630. Now, picture this. You love guilloche, but you're unable or unwilling to fork out for an engine turned dial, but you want something that's a little better quality, up close and personal, than a stamped dial. Look no further. This is a CNC assisted dial and is the perfect middle ground between the two. The level of precision underneath the loop is amazing. So with this salmon dial, the colour is actually achieved using a galvanic bath. If you're into your nerdy stuff, go and have a look because it's a pretty fascinating process. I absolutely adore these breguet style Arabic numerals, which are also CNC applied for precision and are blue thermal along with those lovely hands. The hour hand is specifically designed for this watch, aptly named the Vélos, and I just love the shape of it. I think it's gorgeous. The laser cut minute track and central ring are both chamfered and managed to add such depth and clarity to a dial that could, based on all of its detailings, be distracting, but instead it just balances it out perfectly. I really like the red 12. I didn't think I would because it's not always my thing, but I think it's a really subtle nod to Singapore rather than anything obvious which could seem a bit gimmicky or gaudy. Can we also talk about those very simple but very beautiful teardrop lugs, which are individually welded to the case? And speaking of the case, if you guys have ever heard of Voutilanen, you will know that they are exquisite watchmakers, and the pieces are either pretty difficult to get hold of or on the expensive side. So you can imagine my absolute glee to find out this case was produced in collaboration with Voutilanen Katin SA. So you get a little piece of Haute Horology in a much more affordable and obtainable piece. Not only is this movement very pretty to look at, but it's also technically interesting. I said earlier that they like to mix classic details with modern technology and techniques, and that's exactly what they've done with this movement. So the base movement is produced by SOPROD. However, it's modified in collaboration with MHVJ. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce the full name, I'll just put it up on the screen. And they have redesigned the bridges and combined various machining techniques to add texture and contrast, giving it a really unique aesthetic. I also feel the need to mention that this is a 5-day power reserve, which is pretty damn impressive. The brand's goal is to provide high quality Haute Horology aesthetics at a much more affordable price range. And honestly, I think they've hit the nail on the head with this Vélos. It is everything that a beautifully designed dress watch should be. Each element, from the dial to the case to the movement, is well executed to such a high standard. Big thank you again to Hands & Cogs for loaning me this beautiful watch. With there only being 55 ever made of it, I feel very lucky to be able to spend some time with it. That is it. That is my Ophion 786 Vélos Singapore limited edition. Oh God, that's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Review done. Do you agree that it's a bit of an under the radar hidden gem? Have you heard of the brand before? Are you a dress watch kind of person? Let me know all in the comments section below. And if you have enjoyed my content, my horological ramblings, and you want to support my channel, then you gotta do the YouTubey things. Make sure you've given it a like, a comment, and you're subscribed to the channel, obviously. And if you want to be notified of my upcoming videos, just click the little bell and YouTube will do its thing. Until then though, bye.